What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering the Sofi stock, and we're also going to be covering the overall market. The Nasdaq has now corrected, 14%. This is the largest correction in over 2 years since the coronavirus crash. Now is the time to be doing your deep dive due diligence and picking stocks that are going to have extremely strong earnings performance over the next couple of months. Everybody is feeling the pain today. The Nasdaq is literally down almost 3%, guys. So there's no hiding inside of this market. If you bought those value stocks that CNBC recommended, those banks, you got absolutely no growth at all. Those stocks sold off 5 to 10%. And now we have, big mega caps like a Netflix selling off 25% or more on a, guidance pullback of subscribers. They were predicting 6 million subscribers, and it's going to drop to 2 million additions. So they're getting absolutely hammered, and FANG value's getting absolutely hammered. There is no hiding inside of this market. You need to be picking the winners. You need to be picking the next digital shift, and that is the banking industry, okay? Legacy banking is coming to an end, and the data that I have for you inside of this video today is going to blow your mind. You do not need to take my recommendation at all. You just need to listen to the research that I'm going to provide to you today. So if you enjoy this video, be sure to smash the like button. Let's try and get this video over 1,500 likes. Be sure to drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the overall market, specifically the Sofi stock, because I expect this is going to be a huge winner over the next couple of years. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, as I'm filming this video, 1 minute into the close, the Nasdaq was down 2.5%. If we just click this 6 months, zoom in a little bit, click the top, guys, we have corrected 14%. You've seen it here. This is the biggest correction since the March corona crash, 2 years. So biggest correction in the Nasdaq in 2 years. Mega caps, small caps, everything is getting smashed. And we can see SoFi hit lows of today around 8% drop out of nowhere. I personally was not expecting this, but there is another reason why stocks are really crashing hard today. There is literally $2 to $3 trillion in options that are expiring today, and the reason why is because those were the leaps purchased the past 6 to 9 months. These are the leaps that people were buying for safety, and guys, all of these most likely will be expiring worthless today. Take a quick look, guys. This is SoFi Technologies. You can get this data on bar charts. This is all the put options versus call options, and as you guys can see here, January 21st, 2022, we have 325,000 open interest on their calls. And as you guys can see, it comes down significantly all the way down, to March 2022. So for the next, 2 to 3 months, there's a much lower volume in call options. But guys, this is what I'm talking about. Extreme amount of options are expiring today. I heard it was over 200 million options across the entire stock market. We also have Palantir right here, guys, 747,000 call options today. And then it cools down, to February with 200,000, then cools down to March with 100,000. So 700,000 is absolutely insane. We have Square here, 209,000 call options. As you guys can see, it cools down significantly all the way down to March. So 3 months of much lower call options. And then we also have Neo, 619,000 call options. So as you guys can see, the market makers, the big money, they are absolutely killing these options today, making sure everything expires worthless. And this is just part of the game, guys. Retail investors are getting more and more excited about options. And guys, I've went 100% pure stock, 0% options in this, environment in the stock market. And as you guys can see, buying call options, on these leaps have led to massive losses, especially, the past 2 to 3 months with this tech correction. So once these options expire today, we could potentially see a bottom in the stock market the next 1 to 2 weeks. If we correct over 15%, we should definitely get a bounce. As you guys can see, this is the second biggest correction in the Nasdaq in 2 years. But guys, every single company here is expiring worthless today on those leaps. So SoFi is getting no respect at all, getting their bank charter license. -7% down today, -8% at one point. So guys, is this company a bust? Is this company truly a bust? Is it gonna, not be profitable forever? Is it never gonna catch up to its valuation? Are the big banks gonna continue to grow? You have to see the data, guys. This is what I'm talking about, okay? Take a look. US banks closed record number of retail branches in 2021. Wells Fargo shutters most. Scroll down a little bit. 2,997 branches last year, according to the S&P Global Market Intelligence data. US banks closed a record number of retail branches in 2021 as customers increasingly turn to digital banking. Banks closed nearly 4,000 branches. This is CNBC. Take a look at this other website I found, payments.com. US banks closed record number of branches in 2021. Scroll down a little bit further, we can see US banks closed 2,927 branches 2021, with financial institutions shuttering almost 4,000 branches while also opening 1,000. So guys, massive decline across, the board with the banks, okay? 4,000 banks going down. People are going to digital banking, guys, embracing digital banking. We are the big player, guys. SoFi right now has the naming rights to the largest NFL stadium in the world, guys. SoFi Stadium is going to attract massive amount of high-paying customers in the California area, guys. These are the high-paying customers that we're looking for. It's absolutely amazing to see the performance that SoFi has given us, the past couple of years when they were private. If you look when CNBC, did them as a top 50 disruptor company back in 2019. Take a look at this, guys. So far, 600,000 members. Taking a look at their last earnings, they have jumped to over 3 million members. 2022, they could be headed for 5.5 million members. So look at the growth you're getting in members, the past 3 years, 2020, 2021, and heading into 2022. This is absolutely insane. We can see the valuation back in, 2019 was 4.4 billion. So if we look at the valuation 3 years later after them, becoming a, public company, I mean, it's a little bit doubled, maybe 120%, around 11 billion market cap. So guys, the valuation, they gave you a great valuation in my opinion. You got other companies such as a Chime about to IPO with Goldman Sachs, I believe, trying to get a valuation of 40 billion market cap. That would be 300% higher than us. They do the exact same revenue as us. So that's the benefit of going the SPAC route. If you can find a company going the SPAC route that is a high quality company, the retail investors are going to get in at the low. These IPOs are ridiculously overpriced, as we saw with, companies like Rivian, Roblox, Airbnb, all these companies, Snowflake, they went at insane, ridiculous valuations and pulled back, 50%. So guys, you see the digital shift happening right now. I just showed you the information. 4,000 banks are closed. The NASDAQ is at the highest correction in 2 years, besides the coronavirus crash. So we could be getting a bottom in the next 1 to 2 weeks. We got to listen to what the Fed says. So, and just take a look at what happened on a day. We have Netflix, 23%, Shopify, 14%, Upstart 13, Coinbase 13, Trade Desk 11, Fubu 9, C, Clover, Roku, Roblox, Pinterest, Skills 7, Snap, Palantir, Lemonade 7. Look at all these sevens. 7. Guys, it's absolutely ridiculous. SoFi finished 7.5. Nobody's taking SoFi serious as a legitimate bank right now, and I think we just have to wait till earnings, guys. We got earnings hopefully in the next 2 weeks to get us out of this downtrend, and maybe people start using us as a hedge like they did with Bitcoin, entire 2021. And now they're saying to use banks, but look what these banks just did. These legacy banks, they just flopped completely. So you guys now have the data. There's a massive shift going on to digital banking. These legacy banks, have all of this overhead, and they can't do any of the innovation that we have at the SoFi stock. And if you made it to the end of the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoyed doing this video for you. There is a massive shift once again in digital finance. You can see it happening. The data just came out today. 4,000 banks are closing. SoFi stock is, down 50% from all-time highs at $28. We could definitely see a new low next week, into the $12, $13 range. Nobody can time the market once again, but no, once the market actually, reverses and the NASDAQ starts coming back to life, everyone's going to be in fashion with the technology and growth stocks once again. So I believe, to avoid these value stocks because they're not giving you any growth, even though they have, great earnings, the growth is not there. And some of these companies are actually declining, like we saw with the JP Morgan with 1% growth, guys. That's not where you want to be in. You want to be in some of the fastest innovative stocks in the world. And that's, SoFi, a highly innovative company, going after a $1 trillion to $2 trillion banking industry. Once again, my name is Kyle. Hope you have a great day.